Hi, today we have a video with Mike Green. I designed him to be more of a rushdown in your face character with a lot of high damaging attacks, but that are more committal and you would really have to look at the opponent's stance. So we're facing Ottoman here. I'm just gonna backstep here just because we're running out of time. Okay, just front steps, that's cool. Now let's see what's available in their hand. Our opponent has a 3 only move right here, and then we have Driftwood Smash, which will lead into Chuck Boulder as well. So that's fairly obvious, and eventually I will have to approach. But I feel like at the current moment, it's actually pretty difficult to approach. What I can do is actually Riot Shield and then Air Dash here. And then Riot Shield gives me armor, which would have protected me from her Driftwood Smash. But this is a free approach. Now, I have the advantage here because I have a priority +1 move right here with a Gut Punch. And I don't think she has any response to this unless she goes airborne. She doesn't have her priority move, which means I could go for my own non-priority move as well, with Uppercut being a good trade option as it hits airborne as well. So instead of going for the priority move to cancel her move, I think I'm just going to go for the stance coverage. The thing about Ottoman is that Ottoman doesn't have any crouching moves, so it's really safe to go for attacks that don't target crouch. But here we end up trading, both with hit stun, so neither of us combo. I got one more point of damage, but when facing Ottoman, he has such high damage output that I don't think it matters. Here again is the same scenario. Ottoman can go for the 3 only move, and if I try approaching, Ottoman can preemptively use Driftwood Smash. I think I'm just going to stay behind and use Trash Talk to gain some super. So I canceled their backstep with Trash Talk. So now what I can do is actually use my Super Dash in to either go for a Floor Breaker or to go for a Choke Slam. Now I think I want to go for the Choke Slam because it just blocks out her ranged moves. What I'm afraid of is that she's going to use her priority move, and that's just going to cancel any movement that I'm going to have, or it's going to cancel all of my approaches. What I would actually want to do is I can play defensive or next turn air dash in. I'm just going to go for the aggressive move here, super dash in, and then go for the choke slam. And then he went for a low priority move. Okay, and I get to combo. I have burst available, so I can floor breaker, and then that launches Ottoman up, and then I could go for the super. So let's do that. And I'll burst here to give it hit stun. And then let's go for the posterize, which also makes Ottoman flattened, which leads into my hard stomp. So hard stomp here is a crouch only move, but it does a lot of damage, and you would use it usually as a combo ender or when you want to hard predict your opponent that's going to go crouched. And it's an Ottoman matchup though. Most of the time you're just using it as a combo ender because Ottoman doesn't have any crouch moves. Okay, and now I can go for my priority move. There's no drawback to this. Yeah, so because of the stage effect, Ottoman gets pushed 1. And then with my priority move, I get to cancel Ottoman's attack. So now I have this uppercut here, but it doesn't really lead it to anything even if I combo, so it's kind of a waste of a card right now. I think I just want to probably armor myself and then just I could trash talk for more super, but I think I'll just backstep here for distance. Okay, they use their priority move, which is good because it's going to be on a 4-turn cooldown, and all they get out of it is really just, I guess, 1 super and they get 1 HP. Okay, they decide to burst here. Let's see what they end up doing. They could chuck boulder here. They could super dash in for 2 damage, but I think all they can do is chuck boulder here. I'm not sure if it was a worthy burst, but 3 damage is 3 damage. And Ottoman was able to get 4 supercharge, so next turn they do have the threat of using their laser beam super, so I have to be careful of that. So I'm also inhibit right now, so I'm low priority. All my cards are gonna have negative priority here. But I'm not really worried about any of their cards, so I'm actually just gonna go for the supercharges with trash talk. Ooh, and they super straight into my face. I was not expecting that. That was a good play. I'm taking a huge chunk of damage here. Okay, now we're at a semi-even game, but I think they still have some work to catch up. I do want to approach, and I think there's nothing stopping my approach, so I'm just going to air dash here. They once again try to fireball, which is a long range move, but it doesn't hit airborne, so I'm safe. Jumped right over that. And now let's see what I can do here. I don't have burst, so I don't want to use floor breaker. Without burst, it's only really just a poking tool, and I'm looking to combo here, so let's go with a choke slam. I think that trades pretty evenly with all of Ottoman's skills, so we should be okay. Yep, and I have higher priority. Cancel their attack, leads into a combo. I could use anti-low here to reset Ottoman back to standing. And then we can uppercut to lead into the super. And I believe that's game. Yeah, Mike is a very high damaging character, high combo damage. It's just hard to approach, so if you're facing Mike, you really have to keep him out, and all his moves and combo starters are 1 range, so you really have to play against that distance.